So in the last episode, we talked about one of the biggest things that a YouTube creator like myself had a really hard time trying to figure out, and that is your niche. I guess your why, or your reason behind making this kind of content, and what is going to make you different than anybody else. And for me, it was sharing the journey and also sharing the information that I've learned along the way. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about equipment, the things that I currently use, the things that I don't use, and the do's and don'ts of aspiring creator, and maybe staying away from the shiniest objects that other people are using. Now granted, throughout the years, I've had the opportunity to just level up the little things that I've had to make my life easier. That means buying a fancier camera. That means buying a laptop to make my editing a little bit more seamless, different lenses, different mics, and things of that nature. All right, so starting off with the do's and don'ts of when it comes to buying equipment, let's start off with the biggest thing that I feel like people go ahead and spend money on right away, and that is upgrading your equipment when it comes to a camera, okay? I will tell you right now, you do not need any of it. With the technology that we have in our phones and in our pocket at the time, and what we can use now with apps, and iPhone has its own LUTs that you can choose before you even take a picture, it's actually pretty easy to make decent content with such a quick and easy access in your pocket, right? I currently upgraded recently to the ZV-E10, which for me, I wanted to do because I wanted to upgrade the camera a little bit. I already spent the money on it, in which I put my money where my mouth is when it comes to creating content and the style of content that I wanted to create. Hi, I'm busy. Get down, please. Love you, but you gotta go. Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about mics. Mics in general in regards to content creation, especially when it comes to creating content on your iPhone. So I was able to pick up this lapel mic, which actually was fairly decent. If I'm not mistaken, it was around $30 to $40 at the time. It actually shows you on the front what the battery life of the lapel mic is, which one is going to be stronger, and it's definitely really useful when it's connecting to the iPhone, and the audio quality is actually fairly decent for the price that you're paying for, in my personal opinion. Now granted, a lot of these items are going to be coming from a cheaper side, whether I bought them at Amazon or where I bought them at Best Buy. I was currently trying to buy the cheapest things that I felt like I could use to create content in a quick manner, especially when I'm using my iPhone. So definitely go to, like I said, a lot of these are going to be linked in the description down below. So if you guys want to check them out, make sure you guys go do so. And they are going to be my own personal Amazon link. So if you do end up buying, you will be supporting me. And I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. But moving on to the next thing, we got the tripod. Okay, this is a Ulanzi tripod. Granted, it does have a little addition to it that I use for a bunch of different things that I have laying around the house. And I'm actually going to show you guys that right there. So this little attachment right here makes it easy to unclick and click things like this. I have the adapter on the bottom of it. It's really quick and really easy to remove. You can actually find these on Amazon for like 12 bucks or like 10 bucks. And I have them literally everywhere. It's how I kind of move my camera setups from place to place. So the next thing on the list is going to be lighting. Now when it comes to lighting, a lot of people say that you have to go out and spend the most amount of money to get the best lights out there. And don't get me wrong, I have been one to purchase expensive things and thinking that it's going to make my content even better than it is. And in the awful reality of it is that a light is going to be a light. If it has a diffuser and it's an LED light, it's going to be pretty nice looking for the most part, and it's going to be relatively cheaper. I have this stand-up diffuser light. It came with a stand. It came with a remote, which I can control the brightness of it. I can control the color of it. And to be quite honest, it doesn't look that bad. It looks actually really good in my personal opinion. But that's just because I love it. For the price that I paid, I only paid 40 bucks, I think it was, to get this shipped out, delivered next day. And I was able to easy setup, easy plug-in, and ready to go and ready to use. All right, so the next part is the original light that I actually purchased myself was a ring light. And to be quite honest, it does the job. This thing has basically a diffuser around it I guess people might use it for like selfies or putting their camera right in the middle of it. I just use it for lighting. And that was also $30. So definitely going the cheaper route in regards to certain items plays a big role into the things that I have in my setup and things that I'm currently using. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of things that I have that I currently do not use. Let's get into it. So in regards to things that I don't currently use, I have a Rode mic. There we go. And I have used it from time to time, but mics are going to be one of those things that you actually do want to spend a little bit more money on. Granted, the mic that I'm using right now that's connected to my camera, I was actually finding it for about $120 as compared to the Rode Pod mics that are $300. And, you know, yeah, it is a little bit of a cheaper price difference, but to be quite honest, I can't tell the difference between this and a Rode Pod mic. Things I don't use, starting with lenses. I have two different lenses. One is a kit lens that came with my Sony EV1, which I'm probably never gonna use. Got this on Amazon. It's a Voking lens. Used it once, never used it again. One of the best things you can do as a creator is trying your best, at least at first, to use what you have. Now, there are going to be certain things that I would definitely say you need to upgrade straight off the bat. If you're going to create content with an iPhone, I would definitely suggest picking one of these up. This is going to be a lapel mic that connects directly into the iPhone, and the audio quality sounds really, really good. I would definitely suggest picking up some kind of mini tripod or even a bigger tripod if you want. These adapters are a freaking lightsaver. I'll tell you that right now. And also, if you're gonna be using an iPhone, you might need one of these. It's just a claw to kind of hold it together. I think it's more of like a stabilizer, if anything. That way your quality of video is gonna be really that much better than maybe somebody else's. And it also depends on what kind of content you're actually gonna make. But you really don't need that much to start now. And if you really want to, I would suggest just starting with what you have, and putting some content out there is definitely a huge piece of the puzzle. Learn as you go, and don't be afraid of what's coming next.